There's a wonderful quote when it comes to grief that I came across when I was dealing with the grief over my mom. And it's this old man he wrote a letter about grief and people dying. He called himself an old man. And he doesn't have a name, at least in the sources that I found. And I wanted to just read that because to me, this explains grief the very best of anything. And especially if we can really believe that this is how it is, because I know grief varies from person to person. I'm not going to pretend that it's the same for everyone and it's the same depending on who you've lost. But I do believe that this principle can apply to everyone. He says, as for grief, you'll find it comes in waves. When the ship is first wrecked, you're drowning with wreckage all around you. Everything floating around you reminds you of the beauty and the magnificence of the ship that was and is no more. And all you can do is float. You find some piece of the wreckage and you hang on for a while. Maybe it's a physical thing. Maybe it's a happy memory or a photograph. Maybe it's a person who is also floating. For a while, all you can do is float and stay alive. In the beginning, the waves are 100 feet tall and crash over you without mercy. They come 10 seconds apart and don't even give you time to catch your breath. All you can do is hang on and float. After a while, maybe weeks, maybe months, you'll find the waves are still 100 feet tall, but they come further apart. When they come, they still crash all over you and wipe you out. But in between, you can breathe, you can function. You never know what's going to trigger the grief. It might be a song, a picture, a street intersection, a smell of a cup of coffee. It can be just about anything, and the waves come crashing, but in between waves, there is life. Somewhere down the line, and it's different for everybody, you will find that the waves are only 80 feet tall or 50 feet tall. And while they still come, they come further apart. You can see them coming, an anniversary, a birthday, or Christmas, or landing at O'Hare. You can see it coming for the most part and prepare yourself. And when it washes over you, you know that somehow you will again come out on the other side. Soaking wet, sputtering, still hanging on to some tiny piece of the wreckage. But you'll come out. Take it from an old guy. The waves never stop coming, and somehow you don't really want them to. But you learn that you'll survive them. And other waves will come, and you'll survive them too. If you're lucky, you'll have lots of scars from lots of loves and lots of shipwrecks. I just think it's beautiful because that is what healing is. It's recognizing that it doesn't all come in one shot, that it's simple and it's slow. And eventually you have this inner confidence that I will make it through it. That's what healing is. There's a confidence that we can sit in our emotions and feel them, but they don't take us out. They don't ruin us. It's not the same as the first day. It continually gets better.